Have you ever felt like no matter what you do, happiness keeps slipping through your fingers? Like the more you chase success, pleasure, or approval, the emptier you become inside. Let me ask you this. What if everything you thought about happiness was wrong? What if the endless chase for pleasure, success, and approval is not the key to joy, but the very thing that traps you in a cage of frustration and pain? Welcome to Stoic Wind. Today we're diving deep into Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that tears through the lies of modern culture and reveals a surprising, radical truth about happiness. Stoicism doesn't promise you endless highs or a life free from pain. Instead, it offers something far more powerful: control over your mind, peace amid chaos, and a happiness that cannot be stolen. But be warned, this path is not for the faint of heart. It requires confronting dark truths about human nature and learning the art of mastering your own impulses. If you want to break free from the exhausting cycle of craving and disappointment, stay with me. And if you find value in this truth, hit that like button, comment a unique phrase, something like "mind over chaos," to let me know you're ready to own your happiness. Have you ever noticed how the things people say will make you happy, money, fame, relationships, status, often leave us feeling hollow instead? We're told that if only we get that promotion, buy that luxury car, or get more followers, then happiness will finally arrive. But here's the dark truth. This external happiness is a mirage, always just out of reach. Why? Because these things are outside your control. They can be taken away, lost, or simply fail to satisfy your deeper needs. The more you rely on external factors for happiness, the more vulnerable you become to disappointment, anxiety, and despair. It's like building your house on sand. The foundation is unstable, and the first storm will shake it down. Stoicism reveals that the root of suffering lies in this very dependence on the outside world for internal peace. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic emperors, said it clearly: "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Think about it. When things go wrong, when relationships break, money disappears, or health fails, those who tied their happiness to those external things collapse. But those who learn to turn inward, to control their responses, remain calm, steady, and even find a deeper happiness untouched by chaos. Dark psychology teaches us that our desires are often manipulated by advertisers, social media, even our own biology, to keep us chasing the next fix. It's a cycle of craving, fleeting satisfaction, and craving again. This cycle enslaves the mind, trapping us in a never-ending quest for more, where happiness is always just one step ahead, like a carrot dangling on a stick. The Stoics say, break the cycle. Stop placing your worth on things you cannot control. Shift your focus to what you can control: your thoughts, your judgments, your actions. This shift is not denial or weakness, it's radical strength. It's the art of mastering your inner world so that no external event can steal your peace. This doesn't mean rejecting pleasure or success. It means not depending on them. Like a sailor who learns to navigate storms rather than avoid the sea, you learn to weather life's challenges with resilience. I want you to pause for a moment and reflect. What external things have you been chasing, hoping they'll bring happiness? Drop that thought in the comments with the phrase "freedom within" if you're ready to reclaim control over your mind and happiness. Remember, liking this video and subscribing to Stoic Wind will help you keep building this mindset, a mindset that makes you unbreakable in a world designed to break you. Stay tuned, because next, we're going to dive into the core Stoic principle that makes all this possible: learning to control what you can and accept what you cannot. Feeling overwhelmed by things completely outside your control, the opinions of others, sudden misfortunes, or unexpected changes, is a universal experience. Stoicism offers a powerful antidote. Focus on what you can control and accept what you cannot. This principle is deceptively simple but revolutionary. In today's world, we are constantly pressured to control every outcome, our jobs, relationships, social status, yet much of life remains unpredictable and uncontrollable. This disconnect breeds frustration, anxiety, and helplessness. The Stoics remind us that the only true control we possess is over our own minds, our thoughts, reactions, and choices. Everything else, external events, other people's behavior, even the past and future, is beyond our power. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher who once lived as a slave, emphasized, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This mindset flips victimhood on its head and places the power squarely in your hands. Imagine losing your job unexpectedly. One path is despair, blame, and anxiety. Another is acceptance of the situation's uncontrollability, combined with decisive focus on your next steps, learning, networking, and applying. That's Stoic resilience. This internal control doesn't mean suppressing emotions or detaching coldly. Instead, it means mastering emotional intelligence, observing feelings without letting them rule you, questioning impulsive urges before acting on them. Dark psychology reveals that our minds often manipulate us, amplifying fears, insecurities, and cravings for certainty and approval. These hidden impulses fuel endless dissatisfaction. By consciously controlling your mindset, you break free from these psychological traps, becoming the master of your own peace. If you're ready to reclaim your power, comment below with the phrase, "Master of myself," and commit to owning your internal world. Like this video and subscribe to Stoic Wind if you want to keep sharpening your mind against life's storms. Next, we'll delve into the dark psychology of desire, exposing the invisible chains that bind your happiness to fleeting cravings. Desire is a powerful force, but most people don't realize just how deeply it controls their minds. We think we want things, money, status, relationships, but beneath the surface, it's not the things themselves that enslave us. It's the psychological hunger they create. Dark psychology reveals how our brains are wired for craving. These cravings are evolutionary mechanisms designed to keep us alive: food, safety, companionship. But in modern life, these impulses get hijacked. Advertisers, social media, and even our own thoughts exploit this hunger, turning desire into an endless trap. When you desire something, your mind releases dopamine, a chemical that makes you feel good temporarily. But this feeling fades quickly, replaced by a craving for the next hit. This cycle creates addiction, not just to substances, but to approval, possessions, or status. Stoicism cuts through this illusion. It teaches that chasing desires for external things is a losing game, because these things are fleeting and fragile. True contentment comes from freedom from being driven by impulses you don't control. The Stoics practiced apatheia, not apathy, but a state of being undisturbed by destructive passions. This is not about denying pleasure, but about not allowing desire to dictate your peace of mind. Understanding this dark psychology is like seeing the puppet strings that control you. Once you see them, you can cut them. Think about how often you feel restless or anxious, not because something is actually wrong, but because your mind is chasing the next craving. This restless state is not happiness, it's a mental prison. Comment below with chains broken if you're ready to break free from the invisible prison of desire. Hit like and subscribe to Stoic Wind to continue your journey toward mastery of self and real happiness. Next up, we'll explore how happiness is truly an inside job, a mindset cultivated independent of outside circumstances. True happiness is not a prize you win by accumulating things or external validation. It is a state cultivated within. a skill to be practiced and mastered. Stoicism reveals that happiness depends on the condition of your mind, not the condition of your circumstances. Epictetus said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." Why? Because real happiness comes from aligning your thoughts with virtue and reason, not with fleeting popular opinion. This means training your mind to focus on what truly matters: wisdom, courage, justice, and self-control, instead of the chaotic noise of the outside world. The ancient Stoics practiced daily mental exercises, reflecting on their actions, anticipating challenges, and reminding themselves what was in their control. These practices rewired their brains to remain calm and joyful, even in the face of adversity. Modern psychology confirms what Stoicism has taught for centuries. Our thoughts shape our emotions. By choosing what to focus on and how to interpret events, we control our emotional life. This inside-out approach to happiness is liberating. No longer dependent on circumstances, you become like a rock in the storm, steady, unshaken, and peaceful. Dark psychology warns us about emotional hijacking when our minds are captured by irrational fears or desires. Stoicism provides the antidote: mindfulness and reason as your guides. If this idea resonates, comment "inner fortress" and commit to building a mind that no external force can breach. Remember to like this video and subscribe to Stoic Living to keep learning how to build your internal fortress of happiness. Coming up next, we'll explore how reframing pain and adversity can turn suffering into strength. Pain, loss, failure. We all fear these, we run from them, we numb ourselves to avoid feeling their weight. But what if I told you that pain and adversity are not enemies of happiness? They are its greatest teachers. Stoicism flips everything you know about suffering on its head. Marcus Aurelius, facing wars, betrayals, and illness, didn't see pain as a curse. He saw it as a path. When life strikes hard, most people break. But those who understand this secret don't just endure suffering, they use it. Here's the brutal truth. Happiness without struggle is shallow, fragile, and fleeting. Real happiness is forged in the fire of hardship. Why? Because pain reveals your true self. It strips away illusions and forces you to confront what really matters. It teaches resilience, humility, and wisdom. The Stoics practiced what they called amor fati, love of fate. They didn't just accept what happened, they embraced it, even the worst parts, as necessary and meaningful. This mindset turns every challenge into a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block. Instead of asking, "Why me?" you ask, "What can I learn? How can I grow?" Imagine losing everything you hold dear. Most would fall into despair. But a Stoic asks, "What remains within my control? My thoughts, my will, my character?" This perspective is incredibly powerful because it gives you freedom no one can take away. Dark psychology warns that pain often hijacks the mind, trapping you in fear, regret, and bitterness. Stoicism teaches you how to break these chains by reframing pain as an ally, not a victim. If you feel ready to stop running from your pain and start growing stronger because of it, comment "stronger through fire" right now. Like this video if you're done letting pain control your happiness. Subscribe to Stoic Wind and turn on notifications, because the best is yet to come. Next, we'll reveal a counterintuitive mental exercise that Stoics use to prepare their minds for life's worst, and how it builds unshakable gratitude and calm. Most people avoid thinking about loss or suffering like it's a curse, a guaranteed path to despair. But Stoics embrace something almost shocking: negative visualization, deliberately imagining the worst. Why would anyone choose to do this? Because by mentally preparing for loss, disappointment, or hardship before they happen, you weaken their power to surprise or destroy you. This practice rewires your mind, so instead of living in constant fear of losing what you love, You cultivate deep gratitude for what you have right now. Imagine waking up each day appreciating your health, your loved ones, your freedom. Not because everything is perfect, but because you've already faced the possibility of losing it. Seneca, one of the great Stoics, said, "He robs present ills of their power who has perceived their coming beforehand." Dark psychology tells us that humans have a bias toward negativity avoidance. We push painful thoughts away, hoping they vanish, but this avoidance only intensifies anxiety and helplessness. Negative visualization flips that script. It's a mental vaccine against despair. By imagining losing your job, your relationships, or your possessions, you prepare yourself emotionally to accept loss without panic. This practice also deepens appreciation and joy for the present moment, a paradox that only the Stoics teach. If you're ready to challenge your mind and find peace through preparation, comment "Grateful Warrior" below. Like this video and subscribe to Stoic Wind to keep strengthening your mental armor. Next, we'll explore how discipline, not freedom from constraints, actually unlocks the truest joy in life. Most people think freedom means doing whatever you want, whenever you want. But Stoicism reveals a counterintuitive truth. True freedom comes through discipline. Why? Because without control over your desires, impulses, and habits, you become a slave to whatever distracts or entices you. You're at the mercy of fleeting emotions, addictions, and external pressures. The Stoics believed that discipline, the ability to master yourself, is the key to unlocking a life of genuine joy and autonomy. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This power is exercised by saying no to short-term temptations in favor of long-term well-being. It's the ability to choose what serves your highest values over what feels good momentarily. Think about it. Every unhealthy habit, every impulsive reaction, every wasted moment chips away at your freedom. But every act of self-control, no matter how small, builds your inner fortress. Dark psychology exposes how easily our minds are manipulated to lose this discipline through addictive technologies, social approval systems, and instant gratification culture. But when you reclaim discipline, you reclaim your life. You're no longer a puppet dancing to external strings. You're the one pulling them. If you're ready to take back control, comment "Disciplined Freedom" below and commit to mastering yourself. Like this video and subscribe to Stoic Wind to keep sharpening your self-mastery skills. Next, we'll discover how living according to nature and reason brings a profound sense of purpose and fulfillment that money or status can't touch. True fulfillment comes when your actions align with reality, with nature itself. Stoicism teaches that living according to nature and reason is the foundation of a meaningful and happy life. But what does this mean? Nature isn't just trees and animals. It's the natural order, the universal's logic, and your own human nature. You are a rational being with the unique ability to think, reflect, and choose. Ignoring this nature leads to inner conflict and dissatisfaction. The Stoics believed that happiness arises when you act in harmony with reason and accept the flow of life without resistance. This means understanding your role in the grand scheme of things, a small but essential part of the whole, and fulfilling it with integrity and purpose. When you resist what is natural, trying to control everything or chasing unrealistic desires, you cause suffering. But when you accept your nature and live by reason, your mind becomes a calm lake reflecting the sky, undisturbed by storms. Dark psychology reveals many ways people disconnect from their true nature, through illusions, false beliefs, and manipulations that keep them chasing meaningless goals. Stoicism calls you to wake up, see clearly, and live intentionally. If you're ready to live authentically and purposefully, comment "Nature's Path" and commit to reason over reaction. Like this video and subscribe to Stoic Wind for more wisdom that guides you toward true fulfillment. Coming up, the final empowering message, a call to action that could transform how you see your entire life. By now, you've seen the raw, unfiltered truth Stoicism reveals about happiness. It's not about chasing endless pleasures or escaping pain. It's about mastering your mind, embracing reality, and owning your power over how you think, feel, and act. This path is not easy. It demands courage to face dark truths, discipline to overcome impulses, and wisdom to accept what you cannot change. But it promises a freedom few ever taste, a happiness that no storm can steal. Imagine living your life unshaken by chaos, steady and calm no matter what happens. Imagine the strength it takes to say no to fleeting cravings and yes to your highest values. Imagine waking each day with purpose, resilience, and peace. That's the promise of Stoicism, a philosophy for warriors of the mind. Here's what I want you to do right now. Like this video, if you found even one truth that challenged your old beliefs, comment below with your unique phrase, something like, "I own my mind," or "unbreakable calm," to declare your commitment to mastering your happiness. Subscribe to Stoic Wind and turn on notifications so you never miss the tools and wisdom that help you stay strong in a world designed to break you. Because this journey is ongoing. Each video on this channel is crafted to sharpen your mind, deepen your peace, and build your inner fortress stronger than ever. Don't let your happiness depend on luck, others, or fleeting moments. Take it back. Own it. Build it from the inside out. Remember, real power and real happiness come from within, from a mind trained to respond, not react. Thank you for watching Stoic Wind. If you're ready for more life-changing insights, keep exploring my videos. Each one is a step closer to the unshakable life you deserve. Comment "Mind over Chaos" once again to seal your commitment and join our community of thinkers who refuse to be victims. Like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with anyone you know who needs to hear this truth. Your journey to true happiness starts now.